Today's session is about Google Analytics and digital media analytics. We'll understand what digital media analytics is and how Google Analytics is a strong tool that helps us leverage the power of digital media. So first of all, I'll just give you a very small background about me. So I have over 9 years of experience in digital media. So I've worked in digital marketing, product management, everything related to websites, mobile apps. So I worked in companies like Wipro, Evalueserve, and Ozone Media before joining Holiday IQ. And I also have founded one website, which is couponexpress.in. My education background is by qualification, I'm an engineer. I did my engineering BTech from IIT Varanasi, IIT BHU. Today I'll walk you through after this session you'll be able to understand what is the objective of using digital media analytics. So that will be our focus. Uh, I'll also tell you what are the various measurable digital media KPIs. By KPIs we means key performance indicators. So in any business, in order to record the performance, in order to understand your growth, there are certain metrics that you track, that you see how they are moving. So those moving parts are known as KPIs, key performance indicators. Then we'll look at some various requirements by many companies which are in different stages of their growth, in different stages of their inception. And then we'll talk about career prospects. What are the career prospects in digital media analytics, in Google Analytics? And then I'll show you a live Google Analytics account. So starting with first, let us understand what is a digital media analytics. And guys, in the meanwhile, if you have any queries, please feel free to type in the questions box. So you can keep on pouring your queries in the question box and I'll keep on taking them as and when they come. So that this is more of an interaction. This is more of a so that we'll have a more of an interactive session rather than I'll keep on explaining you about digital media analytics. If you feel any queries, please feel free to shoot out. So we have a friend Annie. Annie is asking us what is the main objective of digital media analytics. So first of all, let me tell you by the name analytics, first thing comes in my mind is data. So analytics tell me that I'll have to work on a lot of data. There will be a lot of reports. There will be a lot of data crunching. So all that is true. Digital media analytics is a very specialized field of analytics which focuses only on digital data. By digital data, I mean all the data which is coming from your web properties, websites, mobile apps, or if you are running any advertisements in digital medium, maybe kiosks in mall or digital TV. So all the data which is coming from digital medium is a part of digital media analytics. So digital media analytics is a study that works through data related to digital media. So if you look at the bookish definition that Annie says, let me read through, then I'll explain what it means. So the main objective of digital media analytics is to measure the performance of your digital property and report the information such that actionable insights can be deduced from the reports. So basically what Annie means is that first objective is to measure the performance of your digital property, how your website is working, how many visits are happening, how many revenues generated, all that digital uh, objectives, or although those digital KPIs have to be measured first, and then they have to be reported in such a way that you are able to deduce actionable insights from them. So we'll talk about this in details in later slides, how we can do this and what type of actionable insights we can expect from digital reports and how they will help to improve our business. So let's do one thing to understand this better. Let's take an example of a company and let's understand its various stages, its various journey, and let's see how digital media helps in various stages of company. So basically, I'll take an example of e-commerce company. Let's say we have any e-commerce company. Let's say uh, abccart.com. So this is a typical journey of any e-commerce, or you can say any company in general. Of course, there will be many more stages, but to simplify our process, we have kept three stages. First stage is the inception stage, when the company is in ideation mode. A product has been created. You have to create a product. You have to understand what problem you are solving, and you have to accordingly work on your website or mobile app so that you can basically create something new for the market, for the audience. So in this mode, in inception mode, you usually use funds from your pockets or from family and friends, or maybe some angel investments. So your budgets are low. You are mainly focusing on creation of a product. So this stage is the ideation state or inception state, where your idea is taking shape. So in this stage, the most important feedback that you need on your product is how good or how acceptable your product is. So the most important data point that you will be needing is around products. So you'll have to figure out how customers are interacting with your product, how their behavior is towards your product, how they are reacting. So the main important point here is that you have to learn the user behavior, and you have to learn how they're reacting to your product, how they are reacting to the idea that you have created, how they are interacting with it, how they're getting engaged with that idea. So this is a product development stage, and main requirement for data analytics is around products. So digital media analytics or Google Analytics help you in this stage understand how your product is working and how users are taking it. Next stage is the growth phase. So now once your product has been finalized, things have been improved, you have basically validated your product in a very small test market, you know it's working, people are accepting, people are getting used to your product. So next stage, in this growth phase stage, you have to grow your market. So now you are ready to take up the larger market. So now the main thing what happens is you have to expose your version, your final product to a mass market, for which you need marketing. Now marketing can be multiple forms. You can do digital marketing in digital mediums. For example, you can run ads on Facebook, or you can run ads on Google, or you can run ads on websites. And apart from that, you can also do a lot of offline marketing. By offline marketing, I mean you can run ads on newspapers, you can publish ads on magazines, on print, on television. So all these are offline mediums. So but one thing is definite: in order to grow, you have to do certain amount of marketing, and in order to grow in your test markets, you'll have to choose beyond your test markets, you'll have to choose one of these marketing mediums, or maybe all of these marketing mediums, depending on the budgets that you have. So now, again, the important data point that you will be needing around will be how audience is reacting to your product from marketing channels. So suppose earlier you were getting limited audience through limited channels. Now you are doing marketing. You are getting you will be spending your money in many marketing channels. You will be spreading your spends across various marketing channels. Maybe 10% you will spend on TV, 20% you'll spend on Google, 30% you might spend on Facebook, so on and so forth. So your spends have been widespread across various channels, and now data will help you understand from which channel you are getting the maximum ROI, and how you can maximize your ROI by optimizing your spends. So this is one point where data analytics help you a lot. So a marketing analytics in digital marketing analytics will help you understand how your spends are performing. So suppose you are spending money in Google, using Google Analytics, you'll be able to figure out whether that money is giving you ROI or not, whether you are able to acquire customers from that channel or not. Similarly, if suppose you are spending money on television, so Google Analytics can help you understand whether that is actually giving some value or not, or the money that you are spending is just going waste. So this is how Google Analytics help in the growth phase, where focus is majorly on marketing channels, on understanding the ROI, how you can improve your ROI, and how various other tools help you in marketing. And next stage, which is probably once you have established your market, once you have become a market leader, or probably you have become a prominent, you have a prominent market share in market, and so now your main goal, your goal is divided basically. You have to do focus on both the things. First, you have to engage your existing customer base, for which there are specific channels, like you can do email marketing if you have contact data of your customers, or you can do mobile marketing through push notifications in apps, or SMS in mobiles. So the idea is that once you have the data, you have to you have to retain those customers, you have to bring them back to your portal. Another marketing is, again, you'll have to continue your growth. You have to keep on growing aggressively in the market so that your competitors do not take over you. So these two marketing have different approaches, and again, Google Analytics will help you understand how which marketing channels are performing and which approach is doing better and from which channel. Similarly, in product side, you'll have to continue improving your product because it's a constant improvement process. So a lot of things would have changed by now. A lot of new features would have come up, and a lot of new technologies would have come up. So you'll have to constantly keep on upgrading your product. So again, you'll have to keep on checking how people are reacting to your product, how they're getting engaged with the product. So basically, these are the three stages of a company and the ways how digital marketing or Google Analytics can help you improve your business, understand your business, and take your business to the next level in all these three stages. So I'll just read through these bullet points, which is a summary of what we discussed. So in inception stage, you have small initiatives. I'll also use a highlighter so we may not get lost through. Yeah. So at inception stage, we discussed that we have small initiatives, we have limited budgets, and our main objective is to learn the user behavior and their reaction to the product. This stage is primarily focusing on product development stage. In growth phase, our validity of product has been established and we have rectified all the flaws that came during inception stage. And now we are ready to expose the final version of our product. So our main objective here is to test how visitors interact with the product features and of course how we acquire new and relevant customers from various marketing channels. Then once we become we have reached a certain market share, we are stable, we have a stable position. So now we have enough member on our portal and we have acquired, have to acquire new customers, but also we have to ensure that repeat customers are coming. So we are getting sales to customers which already exist. So our focus is shift more into cost effectiveness and profitability. So like we were in growth, we were aggressive. So now we are focusing on more on cost effectiveness and we have to become profitable now. So we have to keep our product refreshed also, and we have to continue exploring new marketing channels. So these are the two main key focus areas where data has to be focused on and where data can help us understand how things improve. Okay. So moving on to our next slide. So basically, one thing is sure, in order to improve something, we have to measure that. So as we discussed in all the three stages, we had to measure something. In inception stage, we had to measure the product parameters. We had to understand how users are interacting with the products. In growth phase, we had to measure marketing channels. We had to understand what's happening. And in our leadership stage, we have to measure both product and marketing channels, and that too in a divided mode where one of the channels will be used for will be focused on bringing back the existing customers, and another channels will be used to acquire new customers. So all this data is measurable. So we have certain parameters which I call as KPIs, key performance indicators, and these are important KPIs because measuring these KPIs will help you understand how you are performing. So of course, KPIs vary from business to business. So, for example, in a restaurant's website, maybe number of restaurants available on the website is an important KPI, which is a KPI related to restaurants. And maybe in say in a shop, in a shopping website, how many categories of product you have, that might be another important KPI. So of course some KPIs are generic, which we'll discuss here, and that will tell us how we can improve our product and how we can measure them. And most of the KPIs will be uh, customer centric, which will be basically customizable based on the product that you have, based on the business category that you work on. So let's look at some important KPIs. So which we should measure definitely in any type of product, in any type of website, any type of mobile app, and they can help us a lot in improving the overall revenues and customer experience. So first, we look at product section. What are the KPIs that help us in product improvements? So in products, we have user engagements, user interactions, product touch points, such as reviews, feedbacks. So let me do one thing. Let me show you this live. Let me open a website and show you what do all these things mean. Suppose let's open. Okay. So now this is a website. So in on this website, I can do multiple things. Probably I can go here. Uh, so what are you wishing today? I read this message. Maybe I want mobile phones. I'll type mobile. Now, as soon as I type and press search, this is an interaction. So this this website is considered as a product and I have interacted with this website through a search mode. So if I look at my definition for product, now this search is measurable. So basically it will be recorded. So Flipkart can understand a search has happened. So suppose in a day they are getting millions of searches. So Flipkart can record they have got 1 million search, 2 million search, any number, whatever happens. And also they can record these keywords, like for example mobile can be recorded. So companies can understand like what customers are searching for so that they can match demand and supply. So this is an interaction. So this is an interaction. This is something that I'm interacting with the product. I'm getting engaged with the product. Now also apart from this, I can go down. Now mobile results have come up. I can maybe click on any mobile and see what it is made up of. Maybe I want to know the details. So once I click on it, its image will open, price will come up, I'll have some options. So whatever I'm doing here on this product is interaction, and it's very important to measure this so that website is clear what people are doing once they land on their product page. So coming back to a slide, so product KPIs include user engagements, how many users got engaged, how many people clicked on certain sections, on specific sections that maybe website wanted to promote. What are the user interactions? So what we are doing on the website, whether I'm comparing my mobile with others, or I am checking feedbacks, or I am checking reviews, and product touch points like I'm looking at image or same reviews or feedbacks. So all these are measurable KPIs and important KPIs that help you define where you currently stand. And once you do your activities, then you have to again check how these parameters are moving, how this machinery is moving. So if it's moving in a positive way, it means your product is improving. Customers are getting more and more engaged. If the movement is negative, that means that your product is not doing well, and maybe the changes that you made recently are customers are not happy with it, and maybe there some guidance is required, or maybe a modification in product is required to improve it. Next, we look at the marketing section. So in marketing section, we have, as we discussed, we have a lot of marketing channels. We have social media marketing, we have email marketing, display advertising, paid search, referral marketing. So we'll discuss about these channels in detail when we'll do the course. So these are various online marketing channels where you can do a lot of marketing about your product, and customers can get attracted and come to your product, to your website, maybe to whatever offerings you are giving. They will visit it, they will get engaged, and they may end up buy if it's a e-commerce company, or they may do bookings if it's a lead generation company. So whatever objective you have for customers, the target of marketing channel is to fulfill that objective. So now it's always important to understand how much money you are spending in which channel and what is the ROI from that channel. So for example, in this marketing KPIs, I have given some 5 channels: social media, email, display, paid search, and referral. Though there are many more channels and there can be many more breakups, but for simplification, I've just given these 5 channels, digital channels. So if suppose I'm spending X amount in social media and I see only one customer, and I spend same X amount in display advertising and I see 100 customers. So logically, it makes more sense for me to divert all my budget from social media to display advertising till the time display advertising can reach that stage. It can get saturated. So that's what optimization is, and that's what we get from data. Once we start using Google Analytics, we get a lot of data about which channel is performing in what way, and which campaigns are doing good, which campaigns are not doing good, which placements are working, which referral channels are working. So a lot of insights we'll get on this, and that's how this Google Analytics help in improving marketing activities by looking at the data. And these are some KPIs which definitely we need to track. Let's look at technology. So usually in technology, all the websites, it's a very important parameter, how much downtime a website has. Usually most of the websites are some 99.6% or maybe 95%, 96% uptime. But definitely there's certain downtime, and if your downtime is more frequent, then you'll not be able to do a proper smooth business. So this data gets tracked in Google Analytics, and it can be it's a very important data for tech team, for product team to understand whether your website downtime is increasing or decreasing, or if any product changes is causing it, and what's the reason behind it. Similarly, average speed is important. It's been accepted that if a website takes more than 4%, sorry, more than 4 seconds to load, then usually people close the browser and move on. So average speed has to be as low as possible so that you can attract more and more audience, and people who are coming to your audience, they should get a good experience. Then page load time, which is again related to average speed. So how much time a particular page takes to load, it should be as less as possible. Websites should be light. Then website specific features, suppose we are using a videos or an audio, so how much time they are taking. So all these parameters can be tracked on a regular basis and can be published in a form of report, which will help tech team to understand how these parameters are performing with time and with changes that you do on the website. And these are very important parameters to improve your revenues, to improve your customer experience, and it matters a lot. Then coming to the most important parameters, especially for e-commerce websites, sales and revenues. So in this section, some important parameters, some important KPIs that needs to be tracked are products sold. So you have to keep a track of how many products have been sold, how much revenues have been generated, and what's the average revenue per product sold. Because if you have to focus on increasing your revenues, there can be two ways to increase your revenues. One way is to increase the average revenue per product sold. Suppose on an average you are selling an item which cost 300 rupees. Now in order to increase the revenues, you have to, maybe you have to sell items which are more costlier, which are say costing 600 rupees. So if you are able to do that, then definitely your revenues will go up. Second way to improve average revenue per product sold is increase the number of transactions, increase the quantity of sales. So again, then average revenue per transaction and average number of products per transaction becomes important parameters. So it's a good idea to keep a tab of these fields and understand by various strategies that you are taking, by various activities that you are doing, how these things move. Okay, so now we look at certain some career prospects of what digital analytics, Google Analytics profile holds. So basically, a digital analytics professional fits into two categories. Either he can be a product manager or he can grow into a marketing manager. So it starts with maybe from undergraduate. So you can be from engineering stream, science, commerce, and stats. It's preferred if you are from engineering and stats, science and commerce, because you have a certain understanding of things from business side, from technical side. So it helps. You could be either a trained or a certified professional from an online or offline platform. For example, Edureka is an online training platform, online certified training platform, and you can have a lot of offline classes as well. So, digital analytics professional could be working on Google Analytics, social media analytics, or mobile app analytics. So these are the three fields, and mobile app analytics is hot these days. So, as per pay scale, the salary ranges between 28K to 59K for a fresher, and for a manager, it ranges between 38K to and can go up to 94K on a percentile scale. Of course, exceptions are always there. Now, if you look at the job market, so this profile has been growing very drastically. There's a huge demand of digital media analytics professionals, and it has been increasing day by day. So as per LinkedIn, currently there are 175,000 jobs available worldwide for digital analytics professionals. And this is just one source, LinkedIn, which is probably not the most popular source for jobs hunt. Then if you look at growth rate, then the growth rate in analytics, digital analytics related hiring is around 67% over past year and over 136% up from last 3 years. So basically, there is definitely a huge demand of digital media analytics professional, and LinkedIn also specifies that digital analytics is among the top 5 most powerful skills to have. So of course, in coming worlds with more and more digital, more and more spends on digital media, more and more digital products coming up. Now presence on website, on mobile app is becoming a necessity. So there's a huge scope of digital, and it will only grow with time. So basically, if you look at the roles that are on the offer are digital strategist, digital media planner, digital media specialist, media analyst, media manager, campaign manager, and so on. So all these people have understanding of digital media analytics, and this digital media analytics or Google Analytics help them a lot in their analysis. So let me show you how Google Analytics looks like. I'll show you this live through my account. Yeah, so this is a typical dashboard of Google Analytics. So what happens here is we get a lot of data. So you can see there's some numbers here. You can see there are some reports here, and then you can see there is a whole uh, lot of section, left section. So I'll tell you what these numbers and this data is about, what this graphs and all are about. So for example, I select a date of September month. So this means I will get the data only for September month, the date range that I've selected. So you can see that we have some sessions here. So let me talk to you about sessions are nothing but visits. How many people have visited, how many times this website was open. So this details is about the website couponexpress.in that I found it. So this tells you details about that website, how many times the website has been opened, what are the various sessions. So I have a question. Ganeshwar Rao has asked a question, how to load data into this tool before doing analytics. Okay, so Ganeshwar, what happens when you, in order to load the data, basically you have to put a JavaScript on your website or a mobile app. So there is a very small code. I will show you that code. When you go to admin section, uh, here you'll have a tracking info. Once you click on tracking code, in that tracking info, this is a JavaScript code. So you can put this JavaScript code on the website and your website will start getting tracked automatically. So what happens is whenever a website is opened by a user or whenever a user is opening various web pages, so this JavaScript codes keep on passing information to Google Analytics server. So from those data servers, these reports are generated, this data comes up. So that's how this tracking happens. Okay. So coming back, sessions. So what I'll do, I'll again explain this with an example. Let me open Flipkart itself again. So if I'm opening this website for the first time, that will be counted as one session. Now suppose I open another uh, page, or let me say I open this mobile section. So this is another page. So it means there are two page views. First, which was the home page when I visited. Second, when I've opened another page. And similarly, if I open one more third time, I open click in anywhere and a new page opens, that will be third page view. So three page views have happened, but in one session. Now, if I close this website and I again open this website, Flipkart, maybe after say I went for a break, I came back and I continued my shopping by opening it again. This is a second session. So it means one user, that means I have opened this website two times, that is two sessions, and I have viewed three or four pages. So that is three, four page views. So same thing is coming in this data. If you look at here, so there are 652 sessions in 1 month. That means 652 times the website was opened. There were 522 users. That means 522 users have opened the page. And page views, that is how many times, how many pages were viewed, was 1085. So this gives me a very good indicative idea how the performance is. Now if I compare this by month on month, week on week, day on day, I'll get some good trends. For example, if you look at this graph, which is about sessions, so this is for the entire month, 1st September to 30th September. So now I can see some trends. I can see that probably on Friday 11th I saw a good number of visits. Then probably on Tuesday 22 I saw a good number of visits. Now, if I track back, then on these days I was doing some advertisements. So on Friday 11th, I was running some ads on Facebook. On 22nd September, I was again running some ads on Facebook. Whereas on 15th September, I was running ads on Google. So I can see from data that maybe Facebook worked better. Google did not work as well. So these type of insights will come out from data. So this is a very high level insight. Once you start deep diving into details of reports, you'll get much and much more data, which campaigns are working, how many visits are coming, and how those visits are interacting with your portal. So now looking at some other parameters. So I explained you about sessions, users, and page views. Now pages per session is an important parameter. It tells you on an average how many pages were viewed for each session. Usually this number is desired to be high. For example, we talked about website like Flipkart. So here or in any e-commerce company, guys, I'm not endorsing any website. It's just I'm giving an example from educative point of view. So I can even open Amazon.in and show you things there. It's just a matter of fact. So now what happens here is if I have to check how many pages per session, it's always desired that you should, suppose I wanted to buy a mobile. So it's a user behavior that I'll maybe check out multiple mobiles and then finalize one mobile and then I will finally purchase it. So that involves a lot of page views. That was one page view. When I clicked on it, this is second page view. Now if I'll go to reviews, that might be a third page view. If I do some other thing, maybe I will compare this with other mobiles, that will be fourth page views. So it's usually uh, it's usually expected that user will have a lot of page views. So pages per session should be high. So in each session, more page views you have, that means more customers are getting engaged, more they are interacting with your product, it means you have created a good product. Same for average session durations. The high, it's a high value is desired. So the higher the average session duration is, it means more users are, I mean, more time people are spending on your portal. So bounce rate is something which is desired to be low. Bounce rate means when someone opens your website and closes it without doing any activity. So if this number is high, it means that you are getting wrong audience on your website, or the commitments that you made during marketing campaigns are wrong. They are not being fulfilled. So bounce rate should be as low as possible, because you will be doing a lot of marketing to, you will be doing a lot of spends to get customer on your portal, on your website, mobile apps, and if they are not interacting, that means that money was just wasted. People came to your portal and just closed the browser and went off. So this number is always desired to be low, and you can keep a track how this number is changing with time, with your activities and various product features, upgrades. And then percentage new session means how many new people are coming, how versus old people. So for example, we see 78.83% new. So it means that these many people were new as compared to 100%. So 78% people were new visits, new sessions. Then we see some reports like language, uh, which is English US, not set, English GB, which is British English, English Russia. So also we have data by country. So like India, US, Netherlands. So all this data is very, very important. Let's take an example. We were talking about e-commerce companies. So suppose I have my focus is only India. I can serve my products only in India. So if I see this report, I'll see that 75% of the traffic is coming from India, but rest 25% of the traffic is coming from countries like US, Netherlands, China, Russia, which I don't even want. I mean, they're not my target geography. It's a wrong targeting. So if a traffic is coming from Russia, it's waste for me. Maybe I am doing wrong marketing, or maybe something is leaking. Maybe the settings that I've done on my campaign is not correct, because I should not be getting traffic from these places we have not even marketing. So all this data helps you understand. It helps you improve your marketing spends, optimize your marketing spends to the target geography. So suppose in India also I want to target only metros. So when I click on this, so okay, it will show me by map. Okay, let me show it by data. So if I go to city level, I can see that maximum sessions are happening from Bangalore, New Delhi, Hyderabad, Mumbai. So I'm pretty fine that my target audience is metro and I'm getting maximum sessions from metros. But again, I see some sessions coming from countries we are not marketing, which is not a good sign. So maybe there is some leakage in my marketing settings. Maybe I'm not getting the correct settings. I've not done the correct settings for marketing campaigns, and that's why I'm getting sessions from cities which I'm not even catering to, which is actually a waste of money for me, because I don't want to sell in these places. So actually, these reports have a very, very practical example. So we were working for a client which is a education client, which works in education domain, and we noticed that from Korea, his bounce rates were high. So we were confused, like what's happening. So when we realized, when we took a survey, when we did a survey, we realized that Korean people do not understand English well. So we had to create a specific landing page. Sorry, we created a specific landing page in Korean for that, for the Korea audience, and it really worked after that. So this was a small site which came from this data itself, language data. So that's how these things help, and that's how these reports help. And there are many reports. This is just the tip of the iceberg that we have touched. So you can see all these reports: intelligent events, real-time reports, audience reports, acquisition reports. So there are a lot more things which we'll be touching in the course, which I'll probably explain you once we'll talk in details when we do the course. Also, there are certain dashboards. So by dashboards, we mean like we were talking about technical reports, we were talking about product reports, we were talking about marketing reports. So all these reports can be put, a summary can be put in one dashboard. So suppose I'll show you dashboard. Suppose I want to create a report for my vice president. So in order to create a report for vice president, probably I can show that how many unique visitors came from various channels like Google, Direct, which are the top channels that are generating reports. What is the average time on the site? What is the visitor session? How much? I mean, how visitors are loyal? So one visits happened by 545 sessions, two visits happened by 38 sessions, so on. What are the total events that are happening? Suppose I want to create a dashboard for a social marketing manager. So who wants to who is doing social marketing? So he should be aware of all the social actions. So what is the overall site visits? Then how many new visitor acquisitions happened from social? What is the traffic from social source? What is the most shared content in social? What is the value? So all these reports, these dashboards, they are summary of what's going on, and it can be customized, it can be created in a custom way to the way you like and to the person you want to share. Similarly, for like we saw vice president, if I want a dashboard for a management guy, maybe CEO or someone at a higher level who needs to have an information for each department at a higher level, so we can have something like this where we will show him how many total visits happened, what's the percentage of new visits. Obviously he'll be interested in what is our ratio for new visits to old visits. Then he might also be interested in what's the bounce rate, how many pages are more important on the website, which pages were viewed most, what was the average visit duration, how it has been moving across the time, which are the countries that are more popular, from where we are getting traffic, and what are the devices which are giving traffic, because these days mobile is very popular. So how is mobile faring as compared to desktop? So all these reports are in dashboards. It can be customized. You can have custom email reports to be shared, which will help you understand how your business is moving across. So this is other some dashboards. I've put it up in the screenshot so that you once you get this presentation, you can have a view at it. We have site performance reports, which is important from tech point of view. People, technical team or product managers can understand how website is performing. We have CEO's dashboard, so probably he can get an idea at a superficial level how various departments are performing. And if he finds issue in any department, he can catch hold of the head of that department and probably inquire him in details. We have a CIO dashboard, so it will tell you information like from which network traffic is coming, which city, which source, so that if any scam activities, any spam activities found, it can be blocked immediately. Okay, so basically in the course, as I said, we have just touched the iceberg. So Google Analytics is a lot in depth. There are a lot of things that can be done, a lot of data, a lot of analytics, and a lot of product understanding how to improve on it. So right now the course fee is around 17,995. The course is a 1 month course. It's a 16-hour course, weekend course, Saturdays and Sundays, 2 hours course, 2 hours each day, Saturday and Sunday for 4 consecutive weeks. So we are offering a discount of 20%. So uh, till 19 December, if you register, so you'll get a 20% discount, and the actual cost that you'll land up is at 14,396. So if you want to take advantage, you can definitely get in touch with edureka team. So edureka support will be able to help you further. So guys, if you have any queries, please feel free to ask, so we can help you understand. I mean, I can answer all the queries that we have right now. please feel free to ask anything you want to ask me about Google Analytics, about digital media analytics, about the course, anything. Okay. One question has come up is Google Analytics tracks data in real time? Okay. So what I'll do is I'll show you how it works. So basically, Google Data Analytics tracks in I won't say real time, but real time data is available. A very small data, real time data is available. Most of the data is available in batch mode. So if you look at real data, it will tell you currently how many visits are there, how many active users are there, what are the top referrals currently, what are the active pages, social traffic. But this is very small data. Most of the data which it tracks is in offline mode, and probably it takes 2-3 days to stabilize. Other question is how digital analytics is different from normal analytics. Okay. So basically digital media analytics, as I mentioned, focuses on the digital mediums. So you will not find huge sets of data like in a banking domain or maybe an insurance domain or financial sector, maybe pharmaceutical sectors. So their data is more of voluminous data, huge size, and you need specific tools to work on that, maybe SPSS, SAS, R. So all these tools will help you to work on data over there. But in digital media analytics, data is small in size, and it mainly focuses on marketing data and product data from digital mediums, which are websites, mobile apps, or mobile sites. Okay, so I think let's call it a day. So in case you have any further queries, please feel free to reach out to our support team. They'll be there to assist you, and hope to see you in my class soon. Thank you. Bye. And do please give us the feedback, because your feedback will help us to improve on the things that we are doing. Plus, it will also help us understand how did you understood our session, so that if any shortcomings, we'll definitely work on them. And if any good things, we'll repeat it next time as well. Thank you. Have a nice day. Good night. Bye.